Hi everyone, today I am introducing our new series. Me and Zara thought we could do a uni series for you guys, just highlighting fun points and like interesting facts and kind of a guide of what to do. It's probably more geared towards first years. Like I've already done uni, Zara's currently in uni, she's going to her second year. And I think mainly first years will probably find all this information helpful. But there's little tips on what to do for Freshers Week, getting into halls, making new friends. Izaka, I think, is going to show you her experience of getting your friends to, meeting new people and getting a flat, together or a house together. There's little key pointers and stuff just to help people through it. I'm today going to talk about money and the whole student loan aspect of, going into uni. So let's get cracking, basically. I need to stop saying I will do it a lot. But my first tip is to apply early as possible. As soon as it is doable, apply. Do not expect to start uni September, October now and be applying in August, because there's a high chance you won't see your loan or your money until the end of the year, like closer to December. And if you have accommodation to pay for and no one in your family's paying for it, and you're relying on your student loan to pay for your accommodation, you're going to be in trouble for the first few months because you're going to have to find that money yourself. My second tip is be realistic. It's not £1 million you get. It is, yes, it might be the first time for a lot of people where they have a lump sum of money put into their account at their own disposal. It is very easy and very tempting to go wild, oh my gosh, I can afford this, I can afford that, I can do this, I can do that. Don't go crazy. As I said, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, how much it is can go just like that. My third tip is make sure, once you get your money, make sure all your bills and your rent are covered. Pay those first before you do anything. So if you have to pay your rent monthly, me personally, if I know, say in September, I got £3,000 and my rent was £500 a month, I would set aside in a savings account, or if I could pay it all off in one go, pay my £1,500 straight away, so that I know that the money I have left is mine. And as I said, my fourth tip was going to be treat your food shopping as a bill. Everyone has to eat. It is very unwise to say that, oh, I'm going to eat out every day of the week, because that's how you waste a lot of money. Everyone loves Nando's. Well, most people love Nando's. Most people love Starbucks, and those little things add up. The amount of money it costs to buy your basic ingredients, it don't even come up to your meal out. You can go Nando's and spend £15. I can guarantee if you bought rice, chicken, dessert, a starter, if you shop wisely, it doesn't have to come up to £15, and it will last you more than a day. Probably have a close friend when you're in there. Do stuff together so it you share the cost. My fifth tip was don't live for takeaway, but I've already said that. I'm stressing to you, takeaway adds up. Once you've paid all your bills, so I don't know if you think you can manage your money better monthly or quarterly or even yearly, set that money aside for the year so you're planning ahead. I personally think that's right. If you know altogether that you're going to get £9,000 from student loan, £3,000 at the 3 installments, I personally would work out how much my bills will cost for the year and minus it from that £9,000, and then whatever I have left to play with, I would then divide it by 12, and that gives me a monthly budget roughly to stick with. If you can, and this is on a whim here, try and save. If it's feasible and doesn't interrupt your studies, try and get a part-time job. Not everyone agrees with this. Some people think studying is study, you should have no other outside distractions. But if you know that the money you get from your student loan and tuition fee and all that kind of stuff is not going to be enough, thinking about it, a part-time job would supplement your income. If your parents can help you financially, allow them to. I know it's the first time if you're away from you've fully been independent from your parents and blah 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 blah. If your parents are oh, do you need any cash? I know it sounds mean. Even if you're doing well, just say yes. What's going to happen? You can either treat yourself or save it. Do you see what I mean? Do not. I'm not saying don't be too proud to beg, but you're not exactly begging. But if someone's offering to you, like even if it's not even money, like soap powder, toilet tissue, I don't know, pasta, rice, anything that can help you or something that causes you not to spend money on it. Like, if you are working, what I would try and, if me personally, what I would do if I was working during uni, I would either spend my wages and try and save my loan, or vice versa, spend my loan and try and save the wages. Even if you say you're going to live off the one that's greater and you save the lower one, try and save one or the other. Don't spend them all, because you'll just find yourself in a sticky predicament. Like, you won't have, well, not that you won't have nothing to show for it, but I'm thinking in the long run, as I said, uni's only for 3 years. If you can save your wages, for 3 years, that can enable you to go travelling for a year. Do you see what I mean? Like, you need to think what happens after uni. And on the saving tip, like, even if you're going to think beyond travelling, think about once uni finishes. What a lot of people think is that uni finishes and they automatically think they're going to get a job. That is not the way it works. It might happen for a few people, but for the majority, they finish uni and a lot of people are in a limbo and they have no money. They've got to go back home. They've got to rush and scramble and find a job. And this is how people get stuck in careers that they didn't destine themselves for. But if you have that little nest of money that you've managed to save up during the time at uni, you can basically live off a bit of your savings and then dedicate your time to finding, going down that career that you want. And if you think ahead, trust me, it saves you so much problems and so much hassle once you finish. Like, imagine, like, even if you only saved like £1,000 or £2,000, it's £1,000 or £2,000 more than you would have had if you had to try and save once you started working. I don't want to sound like uni has to be a bore and a chore and you can't have fun. But remember, you're in uni, everything's that bit cheaper. Like, to go out partying and clubbing, it would be a lot cheaper whilst you're in uni than when you're out of uni. To go like drinking and all this kind of stuff, it can be very much cheaper for you. So I do say have fun. Like, I went uni, I raved my life away. But you can rave on the cheap. You don't have to go to the rave and buy out the bar. You see what I mean? Spend wisely. Yes, you need clothes. Yes, you need to look good. But when it comes to stuff and clothing, like, invest in key stuff and just don't go too crazy. Like, uni, as I said, is only for 3 to 4 years. Life really begins after uni. I hope this made sense and I haven't rambled on. If there's any questions you want to ask me, feel free to leave any comments in the section below. And yeah, I hope this has been helpful. But apart from that, all I have to say is comment, like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and we shall see you soon. Bye.